Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday, 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 gotta get down on Friday. We're here.
It's wonderful. Beautiful, beautiful Friday.
Yes,
Beautiful
it is.
day.
Do you know who sings that song?
I have never heard that song
Well, they need to
before.
go ahead and give me a record contract because I sang it way better than she did. And she's making money. She's making bank off of singing that right there. Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
And you're helping her. So,
Mm.
that's okay. Okay, what are we doing and who are we?
That's my line.
I know, but you're not saying it.
I'm Ronald.
And I'm Clara. And we are Positively Speaking. Hopefully.
Yeah. Okay, so we got all kinds of stuff we want to talk about today. First of all, we do need to talk about the tragedy that happened last night at the movie theater in Colorado. Very, very sad. I woke up today. You know, I don't watch the news.
I do. Always watch the news. First thing every morning.
Go ahead and feed your life with that garbage all day,
it's
every
happening.
day.
Nope, it's happening. Whatever's happening in the world, I want to know about it because
Uh-huh.
not knowing doesn't make it not so.
I don't need to fill myself with all that negativity. The world's coming to an end on 12/12.
Nobody said
The
it was
president
coming.
sucks. The economy's down the drain. Gas prices up. World is over. Life is miserable. Nobody's happy.
If you're not able to process all of that and
I don't do that.
hear it and let
Google
it go,
Scientists have
No.
studied.
Well,
Scientists have studied how the
I
negative
don't
imagery in the
care.
news media affects people's
doesn't affect
subconscious mind.
me.
That we know of.
Doesn't
Although
affect me.
You are kind of cuckoo. I mean,
I am kind of cuckoo, but I'm very positive. And it doesn't get in and cloud my world view and my view of life.
You up in here
and any of
you up
that.
in here just about a little while ago talking about how ticked off you are with something about this Trayvon Martin thing.
I am
and
ticked
how
off
and
about
how
that.
he
I'm
and
ticked
how
off
George
about
Zimmerman. So
That is
it
not-
affects how
It has not changed my world view. I am ticked off about that because we have a murderer here. And I know we're supposed to be positively speaking, but he's positively crazy. And I mean, when you have a person who tracked somebody down and murdered them, and then you call it self-defense.
Anyway, we're off.
Anyway,
You're digressing
okay,
here. See,
I
you're already
digress.
going off on a tirade.
You brought this up.
You're going off a tirade because
Okay,
the
so-
news has made you crazy.
No, Toronto made me crazy.
So anyway, what we're going to talk about, we do want to talk about. We want to give. We want to recognize what happened last night
In Aurora, Colorado.
Yeah.
And we're very, very sorry. Our condolences go out to all of the families and heartfelt sympathy for all of those over 50 people injured, children, everything.
It's just tragedy, you know, and I offer, you know, thoughts of peace and love to the families. When you think about it, these were 12 people, the 12 people that died. These were 12 people that all had weekend plans. They all had dreams and aspirations. They all had goals. They had somewhere to be. They had future spouses. They had, you know, they had a life ahead of them.
Absolutely.
And in a second, it was taken away. And what that serves to remind all of us that are still here is to, first of all, be grateful.
Absolutely.
And to, second of all, enjoy the journey that we're on, right? Because
And never take any day for granted.
we don't know. We don't know when we'll be called to
Absolutely.
return home. I mean, we don't know when that will happen. So that's the first thing I thought. And I didn't even say
Absolutely.
thank you when I got out of bed today. And then I got up on Facebook and saw all that stuff. Because that's how I get my news. Because all y'all served to remind me. I can't avoid it.
Well, you need to know.
Everything I need.
know.
Well, that's why I don't have to watch the news. Because y'all are going to all tell me about everything that's worth knowing about.
Well, because we all need to remember to be grateful for each day. And for those of you who live for Fridays, you need not live for Friday.
What do you mean by live for Friday?
Some people wait to be happy. They're not happy all week. A lot of people hate going to their jobs. They're just kind of in a stupor all week, and then when Friday comes, they're happy and they're upbeat and thank God it's Friday. Aren't you glad it's Friday? Every day is a Friday for me because I have developed the mindset that I'm going to enjoy the journey. I truly am. I'm committed to enjoying the journey, and I'm not going to let anything stand in the way of that. And I'm not going to wait till Friday because time is passing too quickly. Just like those people at the theater last night, You're right. They had lives. They were going somewhere. They were making all kind of plans of what they were going to do when they left the movies, and whatever problems they had in their lives, they they felt that they were really serious problems, and some of them may have been. But regardless to how serious those problems appeared to
Mm.
be, how serious are they today?
Well,
And it's the same for all of us. Everybody has some struggle. We look at
mm,
people and we decide what their lives are like, or this person is so happy and this person is that. Nobody knows what anybody else is going through. I have struggles like everybody else, and I know people think that Clara's always happy, she's always this. That is a choice. I don't wear my problems on my sleeve or on my face.
but
I
Clara, isn't that inauthentic? I mean, why,
Absolutely
why,
not.
why, why present yourself as happy if you're really going through things? I mean, why isn't that
Because
a matter of
happiness,
authenticity?
no, happiness is a choice. I'm not being inauthentic because I choose not to be down all day, and when I have a problem, when I'm experiencing a challenge, what is that going to do? Being negative and depressed and
Well,
walking
I think
around
that's
like this?
fake. I think that's being fake.
Well, only people who are uneducated as
Ooh.
far as self-development is concerned, and people who are unevolved, those are the people who feel that way, because nobody wants to be around you when you are who wants to be around someone depressed? I'm not going to be depressed. I've been depressed. I
Other
don't
depressed
ever,
people.
well, and I'm not one of them, and I choose not to have them in my space. If you're going to be depressed, if you're depressed and you're around me, I'm going to do my best to try to lift you up. And if you refuse to be lifted up, then I can't help you. But I'm not going to allow you to bring me down, because I know that this too shall pass. Whatever your this is, it's only here momentarily. Everybody has either just gone through something, you're going through something now, or get ready. It's coming. You will be going through something. And it's the cycle of life. It's just the human condition. And you can choose to go through this life journey any way you choose, whatever works for you. What works for me is to live in a state of gratitude constantly, and
How does one live in a state of gratitude constantly?
you teach yourself by doing the work, by reading. Would you pass me those two books, please? By 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 doing things to help yourself, like this book, Simple Abundance, and this book, The Book of Awakening. I read those every day. I have done so many workshops and trainings and listened to CDs and tapes and all of that. I have trained my
I keep a
mind.
journal.
Yes, by keeping a gratitude journal. You train your mind how to respond to life. And we have to realize that it's a choice. It's all a choice. I could come in and be sad about different things or depressed about certain things, but I choose not to be, because life is too short. I'm going to enjoy
Life is too
every second
life
that
is
I
too
have.
short, and not to make light of the situation, but you could be in a movie theater with your family watching a movie at midnight, and someone bust in there and shoot everybody up.
Absolutely. Or you could be in the IRS building at the Echelon and
In
have a
Austin,
plane,
Texas.
Austin, Texas, and have a plane fly through it.
Right.
One never knows.
Yeah.
So we have a choice, and I personally choose to live in a state of optimism, of gratitude, love my friends, love my family, and love the world, love life, love the day, enjoy the sunshine, love the fact that we live in Austin, Texas.
Why you gotta tell people where we live? This is going on the internet. I don't
You
know.
already told people where we
No,
live.
no, I didn't.
Yes, you did, Toronto.
We gonna blow up. I'm not trying to have people finding us.
You, well, y'all know, y'all already heard him say we were in Austin, Texas first. So anyway, be that as it may, it's Friday again. I can't believe it's already Friday. Do y'all know that the summer is almost over? So you better enjoy it.
Yes. Now, in other news, what's all this hoopla? This is news that I've been reading.
Okay.
Have you been hearing about all the homophobia news in the media?
Oh Lord.
Boy Scouts of America, Chick-Fil-A under fire because of their views on. Um,
Yes. Yes. Gay rights and gay marriage and just gay. Period.
Period.
It's like, why are we even having this conversation?
Because it's a political year. Because people are running for office and people are choosing to use this topic as a platform. Yeah, a platform to pull for votes. I mean, and it works on both sides. But that's why. And I feel like there's so much tension. But you can just scroll down people's news feeds on Facebook and see people posting about it and the arguments and the debates and stuff that it's causing. So people are very passionate about this on both sides. What's frustrating is that it seems that so many people who subscribe to the teachings of Jesus Christ, to me, are short-sighted and forget what he really stood for. I mean, it's ironic to me that we're having this discussion in 2012 when in Jesus' time he was persecuted by his own people for no other reason than just being himself. And isn't it ironic how his fan club, his followers in modern times, some of his followers in modern times have chosen to persecute others or to judge others for no other reason than for who they are.
They're obviously not following him. They're professing to be followers, but by its definition, what his whole philosophy was based on love. And he said, "Let he who is sinless cast the first stone."
Yeah.
So who of us is sinless?
None, as far as I think.
Okay,
right?
well, exactly.
We're all born sinners, right? Basically. Well, I was inspired earlier this week. A father, a colleague of ours in another state, forwarded me a letter that his brother-in-law wrote to the Boy Scouts of America. His 7-year-old son, he and his wife decided to withdraw his 7-year-old son from the Boy Scouts based on this decision that they made. And the Boy Scouts claimed that they, after a 2-year review, they came to the conclusion that they still want to uphold their stance against gays, being openly gay in the Boy Scouts. I'm actually a former Boy Scout. This is an issue that's pretty passionate to me. I think really at the core of Boy Scouts of America, it's a phenomenal organization. It's sad to me that this boy will not be able to be in the organization because of this stance that the organization has taken. Boy Scouts is one of the best organizations that a young man can put in, I think, besides all this stuff that's going on. I think it's time for somebody to create another organization that's similar, that's more accepting. So anyway, this father wrote this letter, and it basically said that he and his wife have decided not to pull their 7-year-old son out because
this straight father.
Yes, he and his wife, they've pulled, which to me is important because
it is important.
It's gonna take
straight people, those of us who are straight. It's gonna take us to fight this battle because I don't think this is a battle that the gay community can fight on their own. You can't do it alone because it's all of us who have friends and relatives that we love who are gay. And
I was inspired by that. I was also inspired by in Michigan. They're the largest council in Boy Scouts in Michigan of like 72,000 members. Has long been accepting and inclusive of gays in their council, and they reaffirmed that stance this week as well. While the national steps takes us back to prehistoric times, this local council in Michigan said that they were going to continue to be inclusive. Interestingly enough, the Girl Scouts of America has long included lesbians in its ranks and in leadership. So it's almost like with men, it's a different story. People are bringing up all kinds of reasons as to why, this shouldn't be allowed, and I don't even want to go into. Honestly,
I know
it's just so ignorant. It's so
all
ignorant.
over the place. I mean, Chick-Fil-A, the stance that they've taken, and their opposition to gay marriage and all of that. I mean, the way that we can speak to Chick-Fil-A is go buy your chicken sandwiches and your waffle fries somewhere else. Withhold your dollars, and that will speak louder to them than anything that you can say.
Well, and we've talked about this, and I say maybe not. I mean, to be so radical in your religious beliefs that are woven into your business policies to where you would be closed on Sunday, therefore giving up millions of dollars of revenue. They don't care.
They do care.
Well, I don't think they do, because these are the very principles that this company was founded on.
Well,
which is fine.
If we start seeing their regular customers leaving them in droves and taking their money with them, they would make a change. They would make a change, and I know that there are lots of people out there that would agree with them. But I think
lots of people agree with them.
I think that the majority of us don't. And I think that we can really have an impact, just like it has impacted many other things in our society.
Well, I think that I wish them all the best with that. It has been since October 22nd of 2011 that I have eaten any of the hate chicken. And I don't miss it. I mean,
it's not good for you anyway.
It's not good for you anyway. And what's funny, like somebody posted on Facebook yesterday that made me laugh out loud, is who you don't see talk about all this anti-gay BS is health food companies, vegetarian restaurants. You don't see Whole Foods making any kind of anti-gay business stance. You just don't. So it's clearly a cultural issue. This company is out of the South. It's a fried chicken chain. Not to insult people who do that, but the reality is it's obviously an indoctrinated cultural issue. It's an American issue specifically, I feel, because living abroad in Europe, as you have as well, having friends from Canada, most of the developed countries, as it is with pretty much everything, every social issue we're fighting right now, most developed countries have already moved past this. It's like long gone. And here we are in the United States arguing over healthcare and over gay rights, and it's like these should not even...
We shouldn't be discussing inequality as being right in any form.
Not in the United States of America.
Not at all.
Not at least of all in the United States of America.
And I talked about that yesterday on Facebook as well, about the Pledge of Allegiance and one nation under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all. Unless you're gay.
Really?
Unless you're gay.
So, it's like, what hypocrisy. And I love the country. I love the flag. When I lived in Europe, I loved it when we went to the military theater and this huge flag was waving on the screen. It was beautiful, but we are a nation of hypocrites in so many ways, and we need to realize that we're all more alike than we are different. And I didn't choose to be heterosexual. I didn't choose that. That was something that I was born this way. I don't think gay people choose to be gay. I think they were born that way. And I just think that. And based on what I've seen, I used to own a child development center. And what I saw, you could tell some children very young, and I know this because now I know them as adults, they were gay then. They were.
It's just stupid.
It's just stupid. Let's just let people be people. And can we just love them anyway?
And who cares? None of your business. Like,
that's right.
Nobody
is they're
in a country that was founded based on running away from other people who were trying to repress rights. Here we are, some 200 and something years later, still fighting these antiquated battles.
Yeah, we have more important things to do in life. We've devoted way too much energy to this topic.
Right, and I'm tired of people being able to use my sexuality and other people's sexuality and other people's lives as platforms for inciting hate and fear in other people.
Absolutely.
It's just, enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Okay. So enough is enough. What else is going on in the world?
What's going on in the dating world? What's going on in your dating life?
Well, not much.
Crickets,
Not,
crickets, crickets.
not much. What's going on in your dating world?
Don't turn it around.
Yeah, it's you. What's going on in your life?
Well, I will say this. The old me used to be one that was being very reactive to, and wanting to. See how you got me all flustered. I guess this is my fault.
Yes, it is your fault.
Waiting around is what I'm trying to say for people to approach me, and I've just made the decision, not just, but I mean, recently, to be more proactive and put myself out there more.
Good for you.
Because anybody would be lucky to have me.
Absolutely.
Not from.
But what is it that you always hear? What do people always say to you? Why they think you're still single?
We're not going to go there.
Well, why not? Are you slurping that cup?
What do you always hear?
Right in the middle of our video?
What do you always hear?
That same thing you always hear. People are intimidated. Guys are intimidated. You know, it's like, oh, well, I can understand why guys wouldn't approach you. You know, I would never approach you if I were single because, oh, that's very intimidating. What if you say no? Well, what if I say yes? You know, it's like.
What does that come from?
It comes from people's insecurities. I mean.
Wait, but here's what gets me. I can't. What bothers me is people that can't take compliments. Like somebody looking at you and saying you're beautiful or you're gorgeous or you look good or whatever.
And then the first thing you say, I'm having a bad hair day. This old thing.
No.
Oh, I got this on sale.
I look like crap today.
And I'm trying.
This ain't even my real hair, girl.
I'm trying to get people to understand to just say thank you. If somebody gives you a compliment, just say thank you.
It's the most unattractive thing in the world. Well, one of the most unattractive things when someone
gives you a compliment
and you try to make them wrong.
Yeah, you try to make them wrong.
I don't care if you think you look like hot garbage that was left out a week late. Or
we're not that nice.
People are not that nice.
You if we don't think that it's true.
If someone takes the time to compliment you, then that's their perception.
That's right.
And whether you agree with it or not, take it. Because most people aren't that nice.
That's right. They're not that nice. I'm not that nice.
So that's a test that I'll give often to somebody that I might be interested in. I'll pay them a compliment if they're like, or they get uncomfortable, or they get weird because they think that I'm,
Well, you're not going to say that you write them off if they get weird.
No, I'm not.
Because we need to work with people. But
I'm not.
Wait.
If I'm interested in you, I'm not trying to counsel.
I know.
This ain't a counseling session.
I get that. But we have to remember that not everybody has done as much work as we have. I mean, because we weren't always like this. I mean, there was a time when I didn't have good self-esteem and I didn't have good self-confidence or any of that. So I get that. But what I'm tired of the guys that go for the low-hanging fruit.
Ooh.
I mean, if you're going, you don't mind asking somebody out that you feel like you have one up on them, because you're thinking, and this is what I've been told, that a lot of guys feel like, and probably girls too, feel like, and guys feel like that I'm gonna ask this person out because this person is not really on my level, and then if they get a no, they're not crushed. It's like, well, you should have been glad I asked you out anyway. I didn't really want to go out with you. I was just trying to do you a favor.
Well, and the other side of that is learning to, which has been one of my lessons, is learning how to accept rejection, right? Because as much as I can put myself out there, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be reciprocated. The feelings will be reciprocated. So it's a risk, right? You're putting yourself out there, but it's worth it. It's worth it because
anything in life that's worth having is a risk. And I don't take anything as rejection, because everybody is not going to be for everybody. But I think it's very authentic, and I think it's very attractive if you find somebody attractive, or you want to, you'd like to get to know this person better.
Woo! Let me tell you, you hot rev my engine. You come up to me confident and you say something.
Me too.
But if you are so intimidated or scared or what, it's just not. It's not
sexy. It's just not sexy. If you like me, let me know.
So
don't just let me see it in your eyes, because I see it in people's eyes, but they won't say anything, and it's like they wait for me.
So has anybody been saying anything lately?
Well, I don't think I'm at liberty to discuss that with you on here today.
Listen to her voice. On here today. Okay, well, we're about out of time. In closing,
and we should be out of time.
Yeah, you're lucky.
We've said enough. We've said enough. way too much.
Are y'all glad we're back? Going off on tirades want you to put
we need to do something with the sunshine here. I think this is going to have a glare on it.
We'll be fine. We're black. It bounces off us like that. We got it.
Okay, well, if you say so. But don't complain when you look at this and say, oh, we should have did this.
Well, I have no say anyway. You're going to put it on. You're going to put it online anyway.
Oh, yeah, because I didn't sit here and make this. We didn't make this for nothing to waste time. So,
see, look at you,
guys.
High D. You try to claim that you're not high D. Well, Sylvia, waste this time. Mm-hmm.
I'm a high I before a high D.
Well, okay.
But you can bring out.
No, you know what? Most people watching this don't even know what the hell we're talking about.
I know they don't. It's okay.
It's personality profiles.
Okay.
Well, maybe message us. Whatever.
One of these days we'll cover that.
Well, this has been great.
It's been
It's the weekend, baby. You got plans?
I hope to.
See.
I don't have any yet.
Go ahead, Miss Clara. Go ahead.
I don't have any yet, but I certainly hope. I certainly hope to.
Lord Jesus, everybody, bow your heads right now.
You know who you are.
Bow your heads right now. Lord, please, let maybe this hypothetical possible situation happen to where Claire will maybe have some plans this weekend.
Claire needs it. Don't even go there, Toronto. Don't go there.
All right, on that note, I better go. We better go.
If you want this to see the light of day.
No, it's going to see the light of day. All the videos you make me put out there. All
right. We love y'all. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Let us know if you sat through this whole 30 minutes of video.
You better. Because not for people with short attention spans.
Peace.
Bye.